Hello, you are welcome to my channel. I'm Fogan Dolive by name, and I'm sorry I'm not putting on my face mask, but here with me presently is my hand sanitizer gel disinfectant, and today I'll be drilling you on how to produce a progress report card using the Microsoft Excel, and stay tuned and watch. Focus. Yeah, shout out to all of you watching my channel. I'm called Fogan Dolive, an ICT expert and a computer engineer, and today I'll be drilling you on how to produce a progress report card using the Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. Okay, looking into my program, into the spreadsheet here, you will notice that the marks for the student have already been entered. That is for the first and the second test already been entered right down. But if you look, the other cells are still empty and they are not yet active. Yeah, for a cell to be active, we have to do what we call programming. You need to program your cells. So I'm going to start by or we are going to start by focusing on how we are going to, if you look at the third cell or the column, the third column here, that is column D, you will discover that it is the sum of column B and column C. So how do we go about adding these two cells? So it's all about formulating, coming out with the formula. So how do we come about the formula? You have to press your equal to. Remember, we are adding 15 plus 15. We are adding 15 plus 15. And if you look critically, you are going to see that 15 is on column B, cell 1178. And the other 15 is in column C, cell 1178. So we are adding the two cells. So we start equal to sum brackets open, then you put in B 1178, that is B 1178 is to, when we are adding, you use is to. You see, you look very well, the first 15 has been highlighted blue, then is to the second C. You put the same number since all of them fall on one cell on the same row, that is row 1178. Then you close your bracket. You're closing your bracket this time. You close your bracket, then enter. Then the very next thing you ought to do is, let's forget about looking these other ones. Remember, if you click, you see that this is an active cell. We call this programming. You have programmed that cell, but these other ones are not yet programmed, but we'll come to that later. I want us to just go directly to the next and we see on what to do. Now we need to look for the average of 30. Since we have to look for the average of 30, what we are going to do is, we are working on 20. We will take 30 divided by 2. But how do we do it computerized? How do we computerize this system? It's still through programming, and we are going to take cell D. If you look very well, cell D, 30 is on column D. Then in the same row, row 1178. So press your equal to sum, very important. Your sum is always very important. Then you open the bracket, then you say D 1178, D 1178. You divide it by 2. Then you close the bracket, then you press enter. You will discover that we are going to have an average of 15 automatically appearing. These other cells are still yet not active, but from here what you're going to see is that as we will be dragging now to get the next cell, that is 14 plus 12, which automatically we are supposed to have 25. What we are going to do is you just click you just come to this at the edge of this cell, you left click, then you draw, go down. As I'll leave it, as I release my left button, you will discover that the average on 20 will automatically appear. See what happened? Okay, they did not appear automatically because I've not yet programmed. I want to go back and show you something. Let me delete all of these. Let me delete all of that. Then I program. You can program this other one. Remember, this one is already programmed. You can program this by just come here first. Come here. You right click, then you pull right up to where you want to end. Voila, they are all now active. Then they are active with their formula stable there already. Then how do we do? Then to get their marks, you just need to come back here. You left click at this edge, then you draw. You discover that automatically now we are going to have what I was trying to explain. You see, will appear automatically. You discover that 17 plus, I made a mistake last time and I said 14 plus 12 will give us 25, going to give us 26. You discover that will come. If you look through, you add through, you discover that is okay. Then what you do is you can delete all these cells which you are not using yet, because this student aren't offering the subject concern. You can delete to make your work neat and clean. You delete. You discover that within some few minutes, we are able to get this. We are able to get the average out of 40. We are able to get the total on 40 and the average on 20. Now, how do we go? We go in with a coefficient. Subject like math, French, and English, you can give them coefficient 5. You just draw coefficient 5. Then with the others, you give them coefficient 2. You come to the end, you left click, then you draw right down to where you want to stop. Yeah, and here. Then you clean up all this which you're not interested with by right clicking and pressing delete. You right click, you highlight, and you press delete to remove those cells in which you are not interested. Press delete on the keyboard, and we discover that we are already done with the coefficient. Then how do we get the weighted average? The weighted average can be gotten by you multiplying the average times the coefficient. Now we are going to do it we are going to do programming the first cell again, so that from there we can get the other. And to program the first cell, we are going to take E. We are going to start with cell E 1178. We start with our equal to. We start with the equal to. Then sum. Never you forget your sum. Then bracket open. Then you put in E 100. It is being highlighted. If you look very well, the E 1178 highlighted. You come back. You're going to delete this. It's a mistake. You said E 1178. If you look very well, it is already highlighted blue. Times, our times, you can get your times through is to what do you want to F 1178, F 1178. Then you close your brackets. then you press enter. You discover that 15. Click back to verify. Yes, it's okay. Okay, we added. That was for addition. For multiplication, you are going to use multiplication. We are going to use star. We are going to use star. Yeah, it's okay now. Enter 75. Then you come at the edge. You left click, then you draw down right up to the level in which you want. You draw down right up to the level. For us here, we have up to the level of the physical education. Then I can leave it there. Automatically you see the marks displayed, multiplied by their coefficient and displayed. Then you have to delete all the cells which you are not interested in, as I'm doing right now. Yeah. Then the very first thing, teacher's remark. You can put your teacher's remark here can be your name. You can put for example, my name Olive can be a remark. Albert can be a remark, and so on. Yeah, and so on. You can put it continuously, which is not our interest for the moment. Now, how do we get the total coefficient? You can get the total coefficient by summing up the coefficient from English, that is from cell F 1178 right up to cell F 1200. So I click here, my equal to sum brackets open, F 1178. I'm adding, so I use is to F, because I'm still dealing with cell F. I want to add all of cell F 1200. Then I close my bracket, entered. My total coefficient is 31. If you care, you can add 5 plus 5 plus 2. You go down, you're going to have 31 for totals. Then now my next interest is to have the total weighted average. So I screwed here. I will start with G. Total weighted average is cell G, or column G, column G. I will start with column G 1178 right up to column G 1200 right up to here 1200. So my equal to sum bracket open, then I am summing G 1178 is to G 1200. If you look automatically, you will see how it is being highlighted from G 1178. You see it is being highlighted from there right up to G 1200. Then I'll close my brackets, 1200. Then I close my bracket, entered. Then I'll have my marks 473.5. If you have your time, you can use your calculator. You punch it out, then you divide. You can use your calculator to punch it out, then you divide. When you have this, automatically you are going to see your average appearing here at the end. Here you are going to see your average. How do you get your average? I already programmed. You are going to take to get your average. If I double click here, you are going to see how you take this. That is cell G 1201. divided by cell F 1201. This is our F. This is our F 1201. This is our G 1201. So if you use the blue divided by the green, you are going to have our total average, which is 15.27, which is the average for the student, and a complete report card for that student. Yeah, I've been the one behind this great work, and I'm promising to come back with the best for you all. And don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share, and make sure you reach your friend, and your friend. I remain your favorite 237 manager for life.